Welcome, everyone, one and all. It is I, Patchdown Bogan, and it's good to be back. I just figured that I make this video. I wrote down some notes here because there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to discuss in one video, and I try to be as concise as possible because I wrote it down. That's how much this information means a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to you, friends, because of the occult. We may be quite interested in why we believe in the things we do, and that's actually very important. And mind you, it's not that we're going to have to be all scientific and things of that nature, even though as a person that loves the occult, I do love science in particular, but not in this video. But this is what I'm trying to say. When I thought of this particular video, and I kid you not, 10 minutes ago, I had a really strong dream, like a lucid dream. And this is what happened. I was lying on my couch right here, and I was just sleeping. And this is how powerful this was. Very, very fucking powerful. And you know, those who deal with the occult, you're gonna get fucking results. And I mean really big, powerful fucking results. So I'm sleeping on the couch, and I look in that direction. That's where my room is at, besides the bathroom and all that. And in this very strong lucid dream, my door to my bedroom was partially open. It was partially open, and I heard a lot of noise coming from my bedroom. As you may see, I have a baby husky. And this baby husky of mine, hold on one second. I'm gonna show you right here. I'm gonna pause it so that you guys can see. See this little guy? This little guy in my dream was in my room. His name is Ethan, and Ethan was in my room starting a lot of ruckus, a lot of problems. And I wasn't very happy about it. So what ended up happening was that I said to myself, alright, I gotta get my baby husky out of my room because I don't like him in there. You know, if you know one thing about huskies, just dogs, whatever, they could be the most beautiful experience, but very frustrating because they could do stuff within your room without your supervision, and considering they're really, really young. So that's why I'm like, all right, what's going on in my room? Because I'm on my couch sleeping. And mind you, there's a point to all this madness. No matter what I could not get out of this lucid dream. I even tried getting up because I'm so used of my dog drinking out of the toilet, and even though I train him, and you know, he likes to pee on the ground and things of that nature, even though I don't like it, but he does it. So now I'm like, all right, what could I do to fix this? Because he's in my room, I heard him, now I have to address the issue. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up, and I couldn't even move. So it's like I was in between consciousness and unconsciousness, and no matter what I could do, it was just obsolete. It could not happen, no matter what, no matter how hard I tried. And then I just given up. And then when I opened my eyes, even though it was so lucid, I couldn't even tell the difference, you know, because it's lucid dreaming. I couldn't even tell the difference between reality or that dreamlike state. The only realized that when I did wake up, I walked to my bedroom, the door was closed. So then that's when I was like, whoa, what happened? That door was literally open. My dog was in there. I heard scuffling and things of that nature. Oh, and mind you, throughout the whole entire dream, I was drenched of energy. And I said to myself, it's more than what someone will think would be, what is it called scientifically, sleep paralysis. It could have been. I'm not discounting it. I'm simply saying that it was quite awkward because no matter what I do, I couldn't really fix the situation until seconds later. It was not really seconds, but you know, whatever. Time went by, and I went to go into that area to see what did my baby husky do. But the door was closed, and he was just laying in the bathroom looking up at me like, what? You know, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, I thought you was in my room, you know? But I drew a lot of conclusions when it came to that particular dream, because as individuals of the occult, we need to write that. We need to write down these things because it's important, and I always feel that it's best to go on camera and do it right away. So that way, as I like to see it on my channel, it's like my dream journal. It's my book of shadows, but it's on the internet. So I rather just put this on the internet, put this in my dream journal, and just share it. But I thought it was very interesting as I get very analytical about the dream. And mind you, again, I'm looking at this paper so I could explain it the best way possible. I thought it was so interesting that even with the occult, a lot of us in the Passion Bogat channel, the family, and the spiritual world, either be light workers or those upon the left-hand path like ourselves, we sometimes have trouble acknowledging when we're wrong. I thought that was really nice. And I repeat, we have a hard time acknowledging when we're wrong. Like for example, if you're a psychic reader, isn't it all too often that we have such a bad rep in the occult? You see where I'm coming from, right? Believe me, I got all that based off of that dream. And what's so interesting, what strikes me is that I think that we could be so much better and live with ourselves if we do not form a fucking line into a movie theater that is labeled an inconvenient truth, whereas right next to that theater is another showcase that says a reassuring lie. A lot of us like to get on the fucking line that says an inconvenient truth. Could you believe that? An inconvenient truth. And I'm saying to myself, why do we want to go on the fucking line? And mind you, like I said, I'm putting all of us on that fucking line. Either it be light workers or it be just us on the left-hand path. I thought it's because we don't want to look stupid. The reason why I say that is because I go back to those who do psychic readings, do tarot, and they could be wrong when it comes to how they peer into the future. They look at these tarot cards, and mind you, I do tarot cards, and I know there's times when I can admit, even on camera, that I have hits and miss. I'm not gonna fucking lie, but I'm not trying to get on camera to deceive people, to get them to believe in what I'm saying, even though I know I'm wrong. That's very dishonest. See, I'd rather represent the occult and be as honest as possible, because if I'm going to be on camera, I'm going to tell you that, my best magic is not from tarot cards and it's not from peering into the future. It's like when it does happen, I'm sure enough going to do it when I know I'm 100% accurate. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, that to me helps me to see that at least I'm being honest at that particular moment, and I'm able to get on camera to show you guys that, hey, look, this is what I have to fucking say. Because I'm looking at social media, and I'm looking how the occult, we have a lot of sham, we have a lot of scams, we have a lot of con artists that gives you and I a bad fucking name. So when I share with you basically, let's say, tarot card readings and things of that nature, sadly, people may just discount what I say and get so skeptical to a point where they're almost atheists to the idea of the occult, where they just, there's a spiritual block. They don't want to have nothing to do with what you and I have to say. And you know what? I do not blame them, because most of the time we get on that line of an I'm about to say an inconvenient truth, but we get on the line of the reassuring lie and or the inconvenient truth. And the reason why I say that is because we are just afraid of being wrong. But then I'm saying, isn't it true that if you believe in what you do and what you say, you have to fail at times? And it's through your trial and error you can get closer and closer to your personal notices, whereas it becomes true to you. That is why I love what I do on the left-hand path. That's why I'm wearing my outfit here. I'm being very sorcerer-like, you know, because I love what I do. And I know that when I look at social media, I'm able to laugh at these people that claim that they can see the future, do tarot, and when they're wrong about it, and then the person on the other side is like, no, my mom didn't die. You know, I paid you money to, you know, to give me, you know, the future. And to only realize it's a fucking scam. That's sad. But that's not what we're about. What we're about is that we're going to look at what we do and be honest and say, hey, look, I'm not 100% all the time, but at least I'm able to tell you that instead of making shit up. See, I find that to be such a dishonest way of doing things on the occult. It's like, at least I know that when I look at the occult, it's more of an antidote or anecdotal truth claims. And that's as far as it goes. Simply put, what that means is that it is a truth claim that is self-evident. So we prove to ourselves that it is true or not. We do not need, let's say, someone else to back us up because we experienced it ourselves. Just like the dream I had when I mentioned when I went into, or should I say, before I went into my bedroom, I heard noises within my bedroom because I had a very strong feeling that Ethan was in there, but he wasn't. Now, how could I prove that? Well, I had no other way in proving that until I woke up and really having a stronger foundation that I am awake. Hence, I pinched myself. I examined the room. Well, first of all, the door was closed and Ethan wasn't even in there at all. So now I knew that it was a very strong lucid dream, but it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot, and that's why I'm making this fucking video. I think it's very, very important. And that's why I also feel my next point here is that as occultists, as black magicians, we're not seeking to be experts. We're seeking to look at the results that we have and we stick with that result, especially if the result works. Like, for example, when I do my craft, I know, and this may scare a lot of people, but it shouldn't. Because if I were you and I was watching someone like myself on camera, I want someone to at least be honest with me. So therefore, when I look at myself, I will tell you that I'm not the best when it comes to tarot card readings. So therefore, I don't have to be 100% confident in it and go, hey, look, this is tarot and this is your future 100%. No, because I know I'm gonna get it wrong. I mean, let's be for real, let's be honest. But however, in other regards, I'm going to tell you that you don't have to believe what I have to say. It's really anecdotal or evidence that is, well, self-evident, and it's something that you really have to experiment with yourself to see for yourself if it's true. And that's what I love about my path working, because I'm not trying to make such truth claims that could set me up to fail. Because when I look at these other videos on social media, and these people could talk to the dead and they could do these tarot card readings, yeah, cool, I'm down for that. I think that's really interesting, but don't lie to fucking people. I mean, there was this one video, it's humorous, and this is why I wasn't what's the word, it's not confirmation bias. I know I wasn't doing confirmation bias because I was looking at the other side of the occult, people that are quite skeptical and making fun of people on our side. That's why I came up with the whole idea where it's just a bunch of scam artists, a bunch of charlatans, and I was able to laugh at myself and people that do that, because when it came down to it all, it was funny because it was this one video where this woman showed a picture of herself when she was a little girl, but she didn't tell the psychic. She said, hey, look, you know, you said that this girl passed away. And the psychic was like, I believe I have, yes, and she confirmed it. And then she said, Well, that little girl is me. So the psychic looks at the woman and she was like, oh, so you didn't die? You didn't disappear? Then the woman looks back at the psychic and goes, no, I didn't disappear. I'm right here. And I started laughing so much because I saw the humor in it. And then it showed a whole list of other psychics doing the same fuck-ups. And I thought it was pretty fun. And that's how I knew that I wasn't doing confirmation bias. I wasn't looking at other videos of people confirming what I do. No, I was doing the opposite. I was looking at what I do, being skeptical, and seeing what the other side say about this, about what I do. But you know what? It didn't make me feel bad. All it did was reinforce how I felt about this video even more so. That if something is not true, don't be fucking dishonest about it. Don't get on the fucking line of a reassuring lie because you want to lie to people over and over again because you want to make them feel good. That's not how things go. You get on camera when you have something to say and you want to at least meet the person more than halfway with them. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to get on camera again and tell you your future if I don't have that ability. I'm not going to do guesswork. That's pretty much what these psychics were doing, fucking up with people's lives, because if these people really did pit their belief into what they had to say, what the psychic had to say, they would have been hurt. And that's why I don't agree with that bullshit. But is the occult real? Yes. I mean, it's really fantastic if you know what you're doing. And that's why my next point is very important. My next point is that's why you see occult, you see life in general as a game. You don't take it so serious, whereas you don't make mistakes. No, life is full of trial and error. You know, it's really how you perceive it. You don't have to take it so seriously. Because think about it, guys. What if I seen these videos and I seen all these charlatans and then I just said to myself, let me just stop what the fuck I'm doing because all these other people were wrong. And I looked at my own trial and error and go, wow, you know what? I see a connection. I'm also wrong. But then it's like, no, it didn't do that. All it did was reinforce my point because I see myself as being a very honest individual. Because honestly speaking, when I look at what I do with Satan, when I work with demons, they are as truthful as going to be with me, and hopefully with you as well. Because when I think about all the things that I do, it's like, it just shocks me that Satan is as kind as he is to me. Because it just debunks all of the false claims about him, that he's evil and he's a bad individual and things of that nature. I remember one comment in another satanic channel here on YouTube. I thought it was so beautiful that one witch was trying to explain how working with demons, it can backfire on you. I thought that was very honest about her. But however, there was a comment down below that I read where the person interacted with the demons, and mind you, this person was abused their whole entire life, and this person contacted a particular demon, forget the name, but the person asked one of the demons, hey look, how come you're not abusing me? And that particular demon told that person, hey look, you've been abused enough. That is beautiful. That is just magnificent. And that right there, I gave a like and I gave a reply to that individual because I'm like, that is a beautiful experience. That's something that I want to see. Because you know why? The person didn't write down a long lengthy comment about how evil demons are or how much bullshit it is. No, they took the time and honesty to go, well, first of all, demons do have a heart. That's just what they're saying. And when you get in contact with them, they can show you the capacity of their love and how truthful they are. Like I'm saying with Satan and that particular comment. And I thought that was really, really good. And it's like, if you're being honest with yourself, be honest with yourself. Say to yourself, well, demons don't talk to me in my mind like the other person say they do. Perhaps they do that to that other person because that's their strength. That's not mine. Demons to me, they probably communicate with me through clairsentient. That simply means you go through feelings of you could have a certain feeling and you could interpret it that way, and that's how they speak to you. Or you could have clear audience. You could not so much hear them, or you could be clear. Let me see. I'm thinking about all the clairs now. You got clairsentient, clairaudient, and clairvoyant. You could see them, but what you have, I may not have. So in other words, don't make this shit up. If you didn't see a fucking demon, don't say it. Because in the work that we do, we have a lot of fucking charlatans. But if you were to see it as a game, you would have been like, well, that's that person's ammunition. That's their weapons that they have. I didn't get to that level yet. My special power is XYZ. That's theirs. They're on level 50. I'm on level 1. Who gives a fuck? Life's a fucking game. I'm just having fun. I love what I do. And that's how I see myself as well. I'm not trying to be some ex-Rex's prime minister of Satan. No. I just love what I do. That's why I don't mind getting on camera and saying, hey, look, this is what I experienced in my dream. I'm not going to discount the fact that it's sleep paralysis. I'm simply going to say that I know from my belief, though it's anecdotal, that it definitely is coming from demons. And the reason being is that, and I'm going to show you this now, is that I basically ran into some books that I got online from Amazon, because I listened to some videos about like really demonic, dark books that we shouldn't really come in contact with. They're so evil and blah, blah, blah. Well, and I made another video about this, but I'm going to show it here anyway. Like, for example, I already made a video about here. This one, the Necronomicon. Excuse me. The Necronomicon. Really good book. Please pick it up. And it's an amazing thing. Just like the Satanic Bible. Really good book. A must-have. But we also have the Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley. Really good book. It really shows you how you should interpret your own magic system, right? And then lastly, I have what is called the Grand Grimoire. Very, very good. And those books to me, though they may not be, let's say, the original first edition of the book when it was first written, but it really is your intent in reading them. And as black magicians, as sorcerers, as witches, we peer into these things so that we can better our craft. So therefore, that's what I do. I look at these books and I really want to see, hey, look, what could I do to better my craft? And I get fucking results. Hence, when I had that dream, it was really good that it came right on time when I'm trying to just challenge myself, because it's good to challenge, yourself. And I'm saying to myself, hey, look, how can I prove to myself that I'm not lying? Hence, I looked at stuff on YouTube about the occult. And, I laughed at it. And then sooner than later, fell asleep, had that fucking very powerful dream. It taught me a lot about myself. That I really do believe in the things I do. And I can separate fiction from the truth, even though truth or reality can be very, very terrifying and more stranger than fiction itself. Hence, that dream was so fucking real, friends. It's like, I don't know how that door closed itself. I don't know if I'm even making it up. That's how real that shit is. And that's why I love the occult, because it's really, really cool. And it's something that I never want to get on camera to make that shit up. It was just fucking cool. And to further this discussion a little bit more, let me read what the 6th point is here to myself. Okay. And lastly, I thought that, and I pretty much said it before in an indirect way, I felt at my final point not to make shit up. You know what I mean? Why should I make shit up in my occult if it never really happened? Why leave it to a point where it is unfalsifiable? If it's unfalsifiable, that just means that I'm right because I'm God. If you're that way, then you might as well just go back to Abrahamic religions where you're not able to be questioned. But considering I'm a Rebbe, let's say, I love to give the benefit of the doubt to any path, even those who are on the right-hand path religions. I'm primarily talking about and talking against very orthodox and fundamental people that believe that the Bible or the Quran or whatever is inerrant. I'm not talking about people who are very progressive that could go, well, I don't believe the Bible's true, it's just a good book. I'm not talking about people like that, because they will obviously look at a video like this and go, well, I just wanted to see what the other side is saying. You know what I mean? They're progressive, and they're able to at least be a little bit more, well, obviously progressive than someone who's orthodox. But that still backs my point of this video. Don't back shit up with more lies. Don't be a fucking charlatan. Look at what you do, be accountable, and be fucking responsible. Because I don't know how I would feel if I experienced that dream and I want to get on camera and I wanted to just lie to you. I feel that's just, it's not good. It is not responsible. To those who did subscribe to my channel, those in the future that may subscribe to my channel, because this is my livelihood. I love what I do. I love Satan. I love the occult. This is my life. And I love the fact that by picking up these books, by looking at it for what it is, by my intent, that it's full of darkness, it's rich in demonic energy, and I'm going to benefit. Hence, the reaction to getting these books in my life is experiencing a dream like that, and that is fantastic. That is beautiful. So, all I can say is, friends, if you want, test out what you do. Test out your craft. We're not trying to say you have to be scientific, you have to do what, no. You don't have to stress yourself out. I'm simply just saying, challenge yourself. Because how do you know that what you're doing is legit or not? Granted, if you're like myself, if you have these experiences and the demon themselves are speaking to you, then that's a great thing, because at least you're getting it from source. And of course, I'm gonna throw this out there, of course, before you met this particular demon or spirit, you interviewed them to see that these individuals are who they say they are, and they're not just masquerading. They could be astral parasites for all you care or know about, and you could be drained of all your energy and emotion and end up being depressed. You don't want to do that. So that's why I'm proud with the demons that I come to know and to love. Just like, as an example, when I came to know Agaris, interestingly, it's very funny that she taught me not to hate myself and not to commit suicide, because I was really contemplating doing so. She taught me the exact opposite, to love myself, to look at the abundance around me and appreciate that, so therefore I could love myself and then to continue to value my life. But sadly, you can't do that with someone who's not willing to change, who's too firm in their reality in an unfalsifiable way, because they don't challenge themselves. It's only black and white with them, and that's not good. It's like, what if you put the question to these people, and just like to these Christians, like, okay, hey, look, isn't it true that your God, Jesus, he wants you to, to go to heaven? And if that's true, why are you even wanting to live? Don't you want to just, end your life and then go to heaven? It's like, that is the product. That's the end product. That's what you want to do. You want to be with your Jesus, so why not kill yourself? And you see that they start to shake, they start to rumble a little bit, because it's like, it causes cognitive dissonance, and then they like, oh shit, why would I want to fucking do that? That's stupid. But if that's stupid, that still tells me a lot about yourself. Now, first of all, you don't really believe in what you do, and it's just some sort of bullshit that you're doing only because of your mom is, let's say, Catholic, Protestant, Jehovah's Witness, a Muslim, Buddhist, or whatever. But you're just doing it because of some superficial reason, but you really don't believe. But yet, on the opposite, here I am on the left-hand path, and I really, really did want it to die, and Satan or Agaris wanted to teach me to love myself. That's amazing, because if Satan and the demons were all about death and evilness, then don't you think they would have told me, just kill myself? But no, they did the exact opposite. That's amazing. And that's why I say continue to challenge yourself and continue to see if what you do is actually what you really want to make your life, your livelihood, or you know what I mean, something like that, because it's just gonna backfire on you. It's gonna be a rude awakening when you do that tarot card and nothing happens, and you're just online listening to what other people want to believe, and you believe it too, and it's just superficial. That's not good, so please test it out and don't be too hard on yourself. That's why I say take it as a fucking game. You don't need to get like merch like me from Killstar in order to be on the left-hand path. Dude, you yourself is a living temple. Satan loves you, the demons love you for the way you are. They don't want to be with people who are fake and phony and want to pretend to be something that they're not. If you love Satan, love him for who he is. That's why I love the dream that I just had, I experienced, because they know that despite the fact that I may be skeptical, which is definitely needed in Satanism and the left-hand path, and anything you do, but in particularly the left-hand path, you have to be skeptical, and the demons do not mind trying to meet you more than halfway. I admit, I was a little skeptical about my craft, and that's good. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be the best. Just be skeptical. If you don't have the answer, wait for it. I got my answer. I had a lucid dream. If I can't tell the difference between that lucid dream and reality, and I have to be honest and look at it for what it is, what it was meant to do. Thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you're new, do that. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you for watching. I love you all, and a big hell Satan, and I see you guys next time. Bye, fams.